Good morning, Jitlets. We are back at it like a crack addict. Today is Full Port Friday, and if you guys are new here, it's pretty much where we risk our entire account, and it's just like playing roulette, and we close our eyes and we press buy or we press sell. Just kidding. But we are back. I didn't take any trades on CPI, which was on Wednesday, and I didn't take any trades yesterday either. That was just because I didn't really see anything that I liked from the market. Unfortunately, PM session set up for a really good trade, but I was absurdly busy yesterday, so I never ended up trading PM session. But today, hopefully, we can find a better setup. So with that being said, let's jump into the charts and you guys will see if I made money, if I lost money. We've had a flawless week so far. So hopefully we can keep that up. And we'll find out if I keep the undefeated streak for this week or if I end up losing it. Okay, let's go. Damn, I haven't put those guys in a minute, bro. But anyways, the reason why I tossed on the Duke Dennis grills is for one reason and one reason only. Flawless this week, 0 losses. We fucking crushed it. Only traded 3 days this week, but fucking dubbed every single day. So that being said, we are still currently within this trade. I only have one contract running left until final take profit up here, but let's do a quick little trade recap on how I took this trade, why I decided to go long, and how I made some money today. So first and foremost, we had some mid-level impact news today at 10 a.m. I honestly didn't give that much, significance to that just because it was an orange folder. I didn't really think it was going to cause that much commotion, which it didn't. It did pump some volume into the charts, but I definitely wasn't going to wait to take a trade due to that news. So jumping into the day today, we saw that we had a significant London session sell-off, which is pretty much prime time for a New York session reversal, okay? On top of that, London session, we sell off into all of this low resistance liquidity. So we're taking out, boom, these lows, 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 boom, these lows. Okay, so we're taking out a whole bunch of lows from the London session sell-off. What are we expecting for New York session? We are going to be expecting a New York session reversal. Okay, that's like pretty basic trader knowledge. When we see a London session sell-off, more often than not, we're going to be looking for a New York session reversal, and that's exactly what we got. However, this is something that I talked about in one of my more recent videos, talking about how more often than not, if we want to see a high time frame reversal, we are not just going to get instantly legs just straight up to the upside and exponential growth up. That's typically not going to happen if we're expecting to see a reversal back up. What do we need? We need at least like a 15-minute retrace, a 5-minute retrace. We're not just going to see, boom, straight 15-minute candles up on both indexes, okay? So ES, we did just see straight 15-minute candles to the upside. However, on NASDAQ, I knew that we were at least going to get some sort of retracement in order for us to be able to find entries to go long. So that's exactly what I was waiting for. We see the London session sell-off. We take out all this low resistance liquidity. First thing that I see is when market opens, we sweep out 2 sets of 5-minute lows. Again, something to keep in mind. What typically, and this is like talk about the market repeating itself. This is literally like the exact same setup that we took earlier this week, or I believe it was the video that was posted on Monday, which was actually the trade that I took last Friday, was this exact same setup where we see a 5-minute liquidity sweep causing a 15-minute retracement, and then in turn that provides us with what? Our entry point. So again, we see 5-minute liquidity sweeps. On top of that, we see a market open SMT divergence. We have these 5-minute lows with these 5-minute lows, and then on ES, these 5-minute lows with these 5-minute lows. Boom, awesome. We have a bullish SMT coinciding with our bias. What am I mainly going to be looking for? I'm going to be looking for a 15-minute retrace. How do we know that the retrace is fully complete? Most of the time I'm just looking for an equilibrium. So we can take it from these 15-minute lows up to these 15-minute highs. We can see that we get well into the discounted price range right within here. And then on top of that, we see that pretty much right towards that macro time frame when we're getting ready to trade, which is pretty much exactly when I took this trade, we see, boom, price come down, sweep out these 1-minute lows. And again, are those super significant lows? No, but this was the 15-minute high. We see that this is the retrace down into, boom, 15-minute equilibrium. Awesome. That's the play that we're going to try and make. From there, we have this bearish imbalance that gets invalidated. Boom, that's right when the macro hits. That's where I entered. My stop is underneath this little 1-minute sweep. Worried for a second because we did get legs down, but then boom, the news candle hit, providing us the volume and the volatility that we needed in order for price to go higher. My first take profit was based off of this equilibrium, okay? And unfortunately, just complete honesty, okay, when I saw this get hit, like right when that price got hit, it immediately moved down. So I got a really shitty risk reward and closed half of my contracts right here. Just kind of unfortunate how it played out. I need to start setting more limit orders instead of manually closing. But anyways, I just wanted to be transparent about that. I got closed out like right around here. Even though when I show you guys the trading view chart, it'll look like I top ticked it because of the freaking arrows and whatever. But anyways, entered here, we start making bullish confluences to the upside. Another really good entry for this very well could have just been, hey, seeing that this, which actually is a BPR as well, we see boom, flood to the downside, boom, flood to the upside. We see that big leg up, and then we see boom, price retrace into it, and then we see extensions back up. Maybe if you wanted to wait for news, that was still an opportunity to get in. Probably could have gotten a even better stop loss based off of that as well. Than I did off of entering before news. But anyways, price comes up, hits take profit 1. My targets were really just all of this low resistance liquidity that's resting to the upside. So we have these 5-minute hoes, these 5-minute highs resting at equilibrium. Then we have these 5-minute highs, these 5-minute highs, and then these 5-minute highs. I'm pretty much just treating these all as just one take profit. I have my final take profit listed right here. And yeah, price went up and we hit 1, 2, and 3, and I'm just waiting for this last one to get hit right now. I am currently up $5,000 in realized gains. So hopefully if we can hit that last and final take profit right here, I can make an extra $1,587.5, which would be pretty huge. But we're getting a bit of a retrace down here, but I'm not too concerned as long as it doesn't come and stop me back out at break even. We should just be filling in this 15-minute gap to potentially go higher. But yeah, so again, on winning days, it's pretty hard to break down like what we've done, what we did wrong, and what we could have done better. But we'll try and attempt to give some lessons in here. And this is honestly the biggest thing that I was talking to the Kick stream about today, and that's understanding the overall trend. Okay, a lot of people tend to get really chopped up and really caught up on these really low time frames and seeing like, oh, 1-minute SMT, oh, 1-minute break of structure, oh, 1 minute this and that, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. When in reality, we need to take into account the high time frames. Why? Because higher time frames hold higher power, okay? At the end of the day, we need to be understanding the high time frames in order to understand where price wants to go, okay? So for me, today, what did I see? I see a London session sell-off. We're expecting a New York reversal, okay? Do I think that price is going to come all the way up to these highs? No, there's a reason why my take profits are set right here. There's a reason why my first take profit was set based off of the equilibrium level from these highs down to these lows, because we're in a downtrend on the hourly and we're in a downtrend on the 4-hour. More often than not, I'm honestly expecting Monday to probably come down lower and fill in this. There's a reason why I had this marked out. This high time frame equilibrium down here. We're breaking structure on the 1 hour. We're breaking structure on the 4 hour to the downside. Okay, so we need to understand that, hey, this is going to be a low time frame reversal. Okay, so by understanding that this is going to be a low time frame reversal, we can look for low time frame entries, and also on top of that, understand that we need to limit our take profits to low time frame take profits. A lot of people get super caught up in thinking, I'm just going to set my first take profit all the way up at these highs, and it's like, no, you're getting way too caught up in these low time frames, because if we scale back, we're bearish on the 4 hour and we're bearish on the hourly. Okay, so we need to understand that. That's definitely the biggest point that I tried to drill down in these people's heads. Another thing is, like, when market has made its move, and let's say I was bearish for the day. Once market makes its move up, like within that macro, okay, so from like 950 to 1010, and we realize that, hey, the move is either up or the move is down. Okay, and market makes the move, so like today, obviously, the move was up. When market makes that move, we need to stop getting caught up in marking out, boom, these lows, break of structure, maybe I can catch this to the downside. No, you're gonna get stopped out. Why? Because again, if we're getting caught up in these low time frames, again, we need to understand that these higher time frames hold higher power. So on the 15 minute, we're still in bullish structure. Do we really think that price is just going to, boom, come up after making this big move up and then immediately reverse off of a 1 minute break of structure? Maybe it will 1 time out of 10 or 1 time out of 30, but more often than not, we need to form higher time frame confluences, because yes, even though our high time frame 1 hour and 4 hour are saying, hey, we want to go lower, we need to make lower time frame confluences to say that we're going to go lower. It's the same thing with this right here. Yes, we had a London session sell-off. Okay, yes, I want to see price go higher, but am I entering off of, like, boom, just a 5 minute break of structure and then imbalance is getting filled? No. What would have happened? I would have gotten stopped out, because we need to wait for some higher time frame confluence that we actually are going to go up. We need to see a retracement, okay? We need to see actual confirmation underneath that in order to say, hey, price is actually going to go higher. It's the same thing within this. A lot of people today were like, I'm bearish because the hourly broke structure and the 4 hour broke structure. And there's no problem with that. Everybody trades a different way. But even when we were up here and I had hit 3 take profits, and the move for this morning, the move for AM session was obviously bullish. Okay, to come out and hit equilibrium and take out this low resistance liquidity. People were still up here talking about there's a 15 minute SMT divergence. There wasn't, but they're saying, we got a 1 minute break of structure right here. Yes, you're right, but look at these high time frames. Okay, the 5 minute is still bullish. The 15 minute is still bullish. And in order to make our 1 hour and 4 hour legs back down, we need to wait for at least like 5 minute structure to break, and then boom, fair value gap, and then that's probably when we're going to get legs down. Even more so, it's probably going to be on the 15 minute. We already made a significant move up. Price doesn't just move like this, okay? It looks like that on the high time frames, but if we go down into these lower time frames, we can see, like up here, when this high was made, okay, we come out, we take out high resistance or high time frame liquidity, okay? What do we see happen? This is a 5 minute break of structure, okay? We're coming up and we're making 5 minute retracements, and then we're getting legs down, okay? And we can see that this is happening over a long course of time, okay? We're getting 5 minute consolidation, and again, this is during London session, so whatever. Let's try and show this on a New York session play. Dropping game today. I got kind of riled up, and this was unemployment claims. Whatever. We'll still try and use it for an example. Okay, so unemployment claims, we have a bullish bias to the upside. right? Let's say I'm trying to look for shorts within here. When we obviously make a big leg up, should we be looking to trade against the fucking trend? This is like basics, guys. Like, don't trade against the trend, okay? We see a big leg up. We see price, pre-market, filling in imbalances, moving higher, sweeping out 5-minute liquidity, moving higher, okay? We are seeing bullish order flow just being respected time after time after time. And even here, we're seeing 5-minute structure being broken, but are we seeing anything on the 15-minute to indicate that we want to go lower? No. We're making bullish 15-minute structure. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Sweep of liquidity. Boom. Price keeps moving up. Like, we need to understand this shit if we're trying to catch new extensions back to the downside on these high time frames. So a lot of people, they love getting caught up in the 1 minute, okay? And yeah, maybe you can bank something off of this, and maybe this is going to be the actual retracement. But again, what would I would much rather not try and catch the very tippy top and for price to just continue higher and higher and higher by being on the 1 minute and like over analyzing, when instead I can just sit back, relax, wait for a 5-minute break of structure. Boom. Looks like I'm not going to get that 6K. Okay, stopped out at break even. But if we can just see like, hey, we got a break of structure to the downside on the 5-minute. Now I'm going to wait for price to come back up, fill in an imbalance, and then we can say that, okay, the hourly is going to make an extension lower. Like even right now, we have this pretty bullish candle on the hourly. We still have 10 minutes left to close. I honestly don't necessarily think that this entire hourly candle is just going to flip mega bearish. That's stuff that we have to keep in mind. Again, like just look at price action, how candles form. Typically, we don't just like completely flip the fucking script. We have full candles and then we get the legs down. So like if we can show an example right here. Like on this move up on the 4 hour, right? We see price coming up and we see price sweeping out liquidity. Okay? From there, what do we need to see on the hourly? Okay, boom, we finally get a inverse fair value gap right here. Okay, from there, maybe we can scale into the 15-minute and see like this is a really good entry. Even though that we didn't catch the very tippy top, we can see and we can wait for high time frame confirmation like, hey, we swept liquidity, now we're getting an inverse fair value gap on the hourly, now we can scale down. And then boom, that's our perfect entry. We see price coming back into that inverse fair value gap, okay, probably a BPR on lower time frames, and that's when we can scale down and see, oh, look at that. Price doesn't just throw one leg up and then show, right? Like what would have happened if we took this break of structure? Boom, you're gonna get stopped out. We need to incorporate those high time frames. Okay, so we see price, again, hourly, one hour inverse fair value gap. We see the 15-minute retracement. Are we just, boom, immediately scaling down 1 minute, bang, 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 bang? No, because we're going to get stopped out. Okay, we're forming bullish structure on the 5-minute. So what are we going to wait for? Boom, we get a 5-minute liquidity sweep. Okay, from there, we get the break of structure. From there, this is probably where we're going to catch the entry off this 5-minute retracement. This retracement right here. And then what comes after that? Notice how all of this is just consolidation. And then boom, we get that leg down, the retracement. If we're entering within here, boom, we're catching this move. We're not getting chopped the fuck up. Okay? Same thing right here, right? Like if we were to try and catch the very tippity top of this, first of all, we're probably getting stopped out due to spread because of this leg up. If we just take this break of structure with the highs, with our stop loss up here. Okay, we're going to be getting chopped up in the 1 minute time frame all within here. Okay? But then when do we see the definite move? Boom, right there. Even though we're quickly regaining this, and this looks super similar to that seek and destroy pattern that I talked to you guys about earlier this week. Where again, where are people most likely going to be entering? Right here. We see sweeps of liquidity. We see breaks of structure to the upside. Seek and destroy. Price is probably going to move higher. And again, I'm sure everybody was probably making fun of me while that 1 hour candle was slowly moving down when I was saying, we have 10 minutes left. Do you really think the candle's going to flip? No, it's not going to fucking flip. It's already made. We know what this hourly candle wants to do. We need to wait at least another 7 minutes until we can see what the fuck price wants to do. This hourly candle wants to fucking move up. We're still forming bullish structure on the 15-minute. And I know I just rambled for a really long time, and I know you guys want to get into seeing what I'm doing with my life, but this shit is my fucking life. And I want to make you guys better traders. And I know that I can mess around, and I know that I can talk a lot of shit sometimes because this shit has just become easy for me. I mean, I had a fucking undefeated week this week, and I fucking crushed it. But I really want you guys to learn this shit. And by explaining these small little fucking pieces and bits of information, it can help you guys skip over dumbass mistakes that might take you guys fucking several months to overcome and actually realize. Like, get some third-party perspective on this shit. Instead of just like, I don't know, just watching this for fucking entertainment, let's learn. Okay? So, there we go. That was the trade that I took for today. I don't have to run today. Today's a off day in marathon training, and then I have to run a little 5-miler tomorrow. So let's jump into our day. Again, sorry for the yap session. Let's get going. All right, guys. So I opted for a pretty chill day after wrapping up our undefeated week this Friday. There wasn't really much for me to do in terms of work, so we went to the beach. I came back, and now I'm just chilling in my backyard. It's around 5 p.m. right now. I'll probably make myself some dinner and then go to bed. But I'll make this kind of short and sweet. I want to talk to you guys kind of about, like, not necessarily my journey, but just the journey in general, and kind of give you guys some inspiration or some motivation on how you guys can even do it. And I think back to when I first started trading, or just first started getting into even wanting to make money. And I am assuming that all you guys are in that position right now where you guys are just so obsessed of how can I make more money? How can I make it? How can I end up driving a supercar? And odds are you guys are watching this video and you guys are looking for some sort of motivation, or you guys are looking for some sort of education that will help you take you guys to the next level. And that's good at the start. It means you're super hungry, and honestly, in my eyes, that means that you guys are going to make it as long as you guys stick to this and as long as you guys don't give up and don't quit. But I want you guys to realize that it isn't going to happen in one day. It's definitely not going to happen in just one single year, but it's a culmination of hard work day in and day out. It's a culmination of your guys' actions throughout every single day for months and weeks and years on end to get you guys to the point that you guys are aspiring to be at. So I was taking a shit on the toilet earlier, and I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about my journey, and I was like, yeah, no, like, I think that I got rich fairly quickly compared to other people. But then I started thinking, and I was like, wait, no, I didn't. Like, I went through a crypto cycle, I made a good amount of money, and then I lost it all. And then from there, I got into day trading. And then from there, I sucked at day trading for 2 years straight. I was grinding. I was in your guys' exact situation. I sucked at trading. I was trying to figure out how I could get rich. And on top of that, I was trying all these different side hustles. I was trying to resell shoes. I was trying to do things just to get money in my pocket. I was door dashing. I was doing all these things to try and make money. And that whole process that I just explained to you was like 3 years. 3 years of not making any money, but me aspiring and me just wishing like, oh, I want to make so much money. How can I make all this money that I see on YouTube every single fucking day? It's pissing me off. And I just kept going. I kept going. It was like, I just kept running into the same brick wall every fucking day, and I didn't give a shit. I was like, I want what's behind that fucking brick wall. And I'm thinking back to those times, and it's like that Tyler, that TJR was just so fucking motivated that he didn't give a shit
if he slammed his head into that brick wall every single day, because he knew eventually that wall would slowly start to crumble and slowly start to break down, and he would be able to get past that and get all the rewards on the other side. And that's exactly what happened. Day in, day out, just running, boom, 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 running straight into that fucking brick wall. And I didn't give a shit because of how motivated and how disciplined and how much I fucking wanted it. You guys really have to be so fucking crazy and delusional about your success in order to get this shit. Because most people, they'll run into that brick wall for a month straight. And then they'll say, it's not going to budge. I'm done. And then you'll have other people who will, boom, boom, keep running into that brick wall for 3 months or fuck it, even a year. And it starts to crumble a little bit. But then they think, no, I don't think it's going to come down. I don't think I can make it. And then they give up and they quit and they become regular and they become a fucking statistic. And then you have the people who are so fucking crazy, so fucked up in the head, so delusional about what's on that other side of the wall, where they don't give a shit about their life right now because they know that they aren't happy with where they're at right now. That's exactly how I was. I was not happy where I was at in life. So I just put my head down and I kept fucking banging my head against that brick wall every single fucking day. And I started to see it crumble. I started to see money come in. And then I would fuck up. And then what did I do the very next day? Boom, straight, head first, into that brick wall every single fucking day. I didn't care. For years on end. And then eventually the wall fucking came down. And I started making consistent money. And I started reaping the rewards that was on the other side of that wall. And the only thing that differentiates me from all the other people who tried to get through that brick wall is that I didn't fucking give up. And that's where a lot of, like, if you just think about everybody that has become successful, what is one thing that they never fucking did? They never gave up. If you think about one thing about everybody who never became successful, what is the one thing that they ended up doing? They fucking gave up. Okay? Like, there's countless stories of people who, boom, grinding, they're fucking selling drugs because they want to make money, and then boom, life slaps them in the fucking face, and they go to jail. And then they get out of jail, and then they're still trying to get after it, and they go about it the legal way, and then boom, they're massively successful. They keep running into that fucking brick wall no matter what because they're so delusional about their success and they're so delusional about what's on the other side, and they don't care. They don't care about anything else besides getting on the other side of that wall. And that's the biggest thing, is like, you guys are going to be slamming your head into that wall for years on end, whether it's in trading, whether it's in business, in whatever you guys want to do. We can apply this to any skill. If you guys want to become a professional athlete, if you guys want to do like fucking professional scuba diving, it doesn't fucking matter. But you guys will keep running your head into that wall, trying new things, trying over and over and over again for years on end. And then boom, you're going to get your breakthrough. And then everything that you have been working for those 3 years straight without seeing any reward, without seeing any money come in, it's all just going to start pouring in. Like, I cannot even explain to you guys how, once you get past that wall, how easy, it's like there's a big ass dam and there's a huge reservoir and you guys are just slowly fucking chipping away at it. And day in and day out, for years on end, you don't see any water. And then boom, when you finally break it down, you are just going to be swimming in the shit. And most people, most entrepreneurs, they tend to think about their success and they don't really think about those years that they spent without any results. They really start their journey when they first started making money. But that's not even the journey. The journey is those years and the time that it took for them to be able to say, fuck it, I'm just going to slam my head into this wall. I'm going to keep digging. I'm going to keep going after this because I'm so delusional about my success. I'm so delusional about what's on the other side of this that no matter what, I'm never going to give up and I'm going to do this. And I think not a lot of entrepreneurs and not a lot of successful day traders attribute or start their journey there. And that's where a lot of you guys are. Most of you guys are halfway through that journey. And if I could give you guys one piece of advice, embrace that shit, bro. Because again, like when I was thinking about those times, like I kind of got emotional and I like was overwhelmed with happiness thinking about like, wow, where would I be at in life if I didn't slam my head into that brick wall for 3 years straight? Where would I be at if I didn't have the motivation and have the dedication and discipline to do everything that I did during those times without seeing any results? And like, it's amazing to me to be able to look back on those times, and now for me to be able to teach you guys these lessons as I'm sitting in my beautiful backyard in Puerto Rico, where I'm making so much money that I literally moved to this small island because I don't want to pay taxes to the US government. It's amazing to me, and that's really just what I wanted to share with you guys to wrap this video up. Is I know the majority of you guys watching my videos are delusional about your success. Don't let anybody take that away from you. Don't let your parents take that away from you. Don't let your friends take that away from you. Don't let your girlfriend take that away from you. Don't let anybody take that delusion away, because that is your fucking superpower. Only some people have that type of delusion in this world, and I know for a fact some of you guys have that shit. And if you guys are so fucking delusional about your own success, I know for a fact that one day that brick wall is going to come fucking down. One day that fucking dam, that reservoir is just going to start pouring fucking over you guys, and you guys are going to be able to reap the rewards of all of these years and all of these fucking days without seeing anything in return. Sorry, there's a fucking plane going past me. But you guys are going to see those rewards. And I know it's really hard right now, and it's really difficult to keep slamming your head into that wall and then getting up, dusting yourself off and say, damn, another fucking day. But guess what? I'm so fucking crazy about this shit. I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to slam my head into the wall, fall on my ass, get back up every single day, and without getting any rewards at all, any money made. I don't give a fuck. Because that's how bad you guys want this. And if that's who you are, then I promise you, you guys will be successful in this life. So I just wanted to give you guys some words of inspiration, some words of motivation. I hope you guys have a great trading week this week. This video is going to be posted on Monday. I appreciate you boys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.